Coming up in this episode, has Kruise Leeming's next destination been found out? Danny Levi suffers a serious injury for Canberra, and the RFL launched new grassroots programme. Get involved. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to continue seeing more. Also, please remember that we're still running our Buy Me a Coffee campaign. If you are willing to donate, please do. It goes towards a future rugby league campaign. So, where do we begin today's episode? Well, it's in the NRL with the Canberra Raiders, as one of the new recruits for the Canberra Raiders suffered a terrible injury, and it has repercussions and some connection with the Super League. It turns out that Danny Levi will require surgery on a broken jaw, which he suffered just 2 minutes into the Canberra Raiders league match with Cronulla Sharks. The former Huddersfield man took a head clash into the shoulder of forward Teague Wilson and walked off the pitch, with an official helping him stem his blood from pouring. He dropped into the tackle and a bit of footwork there from Teague Wilson, and his shoulder collected Danny Levi right on the jaw. He didn't look good leaving the ground, said Fox League's Greg Alexander after he commented on the incident. There were two co-commentators on the Fox League commentary, and it was Cooper Cronk who made a comment that the horror tackle, which left the fans shocked at seeing this incident. He looked at the touchline straight away and was reeling out of the contest, Cronk said. He looked in all sorts of trouble, Danny Levi. Tom Starling came on for the Canberra Raiders' new man, but it also left NRL officials searching the pitch for the missing teeth of Danny Levi during half-time. This was confirmed by Warren Smith, the Fox Sports commentator, that the incident had left Levi with a few teeth missing. We had NRL officials out there at the break looking for at least one tooth on the turf of GIO Stadium. They might be out there again at full time if they're not located. Looked to be the case as they came up empty at half time. The positives for Levi and the Raiders was that they came out with the victory against the Cronulla Sharks, with Corey Horsbrook scoring a brace for the Raiders, while Albert Hapoate and Matthew Tomoko scored the others in their home victory. The Sharks had replied with 4 tries of their own, but perfect kicking from Raiders' Jamal Fogarty proved decisive. After the victory, the Raiders confirmed that Danny Levi had indeed broken his jaw in the horror challenge and would be out for an extended period. The club's statement read, Raiders hooker Danny Levi will undergo surgery on a fractured jaw on Tuesday following the injury in last night's match against the Sharks at GIO Stadium, Canberra. Levi is expected to miss the next 8 to 10 weeks following the surgery, and is not expected to be back before round 12. We wish Danny all the best in his recovery and hope to see him back on the field soon. While this is a bad injury, they had another small injury with Nick Kotrick facing a 4 to 6 week absence due to a hamstring injury in training late last week. But some positives. Their star prop forward, Josh Papali'i, is due back before this weekend's game, so that they can add him to be in contention against the Newcastle Knights. As parents of the community game players have been encouraged to take part in a groundbreaking project to help create the best possible matchday experience. Community clubs are invited to sign up to the Enjoy the Greatest Game workshops delivered by Challenge Cup winners Johnny Lawless and Paul Wood, and also Super League Grand Final winner Sean Lunt. The trio will share their experiences to lead discussions on how touchline behaviour affected children's own matchday experiences, both positively and negatively. Enjoy the Game will deliver for free at a time and place convenient for clubs, and whilst workshops are primarily aimed at parents of under 11s, 12s and 13s age children, it's hoped that the initiative will be offered to additional groups of different ages in the future. RFL Head of Delivery for Community Game Competition Kelly Barrett explains, "We want to make Enjoy the Greatest Game accessible to all. So we have made this free resource, and I would really encourage clubs to get in touch and take full advantage of this. The sessions are great fun, as well as they're thought-provoking, and the former players offer some great advice. These workshops are part of our wider Enjoy the Game campaign, which promotes positive behaviours in both the professional and community game. Whether it be under the under 9s game or the Challenge Cup final, the message remains the same. Players, coaches, match officials, volunteers and spectators can all contribute to creating a positive environment within all of Rugby League through the foundations the sport was built on: respect and inclusion. We want to make Rugby League a welcoming environment for all, but so it's really important that we start a culture shift in the touchline behaviour. And we hope the Enjoy the Greatest Game can begin that shift. It is an initiative that's needed, to be honest, as we've seen over the last year. Refs in the community game leave the sport due to harassment and also violence. Some are leaving just because of the abuse that touchlines produce throughout the 80 minutes of the game. It's also led to players leaving the sport as well. Enjoy the Game sessions will be used to start conversations with parents on how they think Rugby League can improve touchline behaviour and what they can do to play their part in this. The campaign is welcoming all clubs and parents who are interested in the game to take part in these discussions, and also those that are interested in taking part in creating a better environment for players, volunteers, officials and club staff. Rugby League is inclusive for everyone. We have to start showing it. Yes, there can be some derision, but it can't go past a certain point where we know it's going to physically affect these young players, young officials, or even these volunteers of clubs. The Rugby Football League website, rugbyleague.com, has more information, but it's a simple contact operations@rfl.co.uk that will get the motion started to have your club visited by these 3 former players and trophy winners. And finally we go to Kruise, Leeming and Leeds Rhinos, as Leeming is close to realising his NRL dream, with the hooker believed to be on the verge of joining an NRL club very shortly. It is understood by Leeds Live that destination is Gold Coast Titans. The hooker, who was sensationally granted permission to pursue an exit route out to Leeds Rhinos last week, is close to landing a Titans deal until the end of the 2023 season. The 27-year-old Leeming was told he was free to explore his opportunities away from Headingley, and now it appears that he's quickly landed a deal in Australia, a move that will see him link up with former St Helens and Super League winning head coach Justin Holbrook. The Titans are thought to have moved quickly after an injury sustained to their lead hooker Sam Verrills, who underwent surgery on a broken collarbone over the weekend and is currently out for an indefinite period. That's opened the door for Leeming to swap with West Yorkshire for the Gold Coast in a move that will provide a platform to secure a longer term contract down under moving forward. As it stands, Leeming has made 187 career appearances and is off contract at the end of the year, so is free to negotiate with clubs for 2024 season in both the NRL and the Super League. With the exit of Kruise Leeming, it does mean that it creates substantial salary cap space, but with no quota spots available and limited number of options in the UK, Rowan Smith will be likely biding his time to use his finances created by the departure. The Titans, however, have won 2 of their opening 3 games, including the impressive 38 points to 34 win over Melbourne Storm last time out. Leeming is unlikely to be available in time for Saturday's game for North Queensland Cowboys, as it's all just speculation at this point. And with the Titans then on a bye next week, he could potentially be likely to be in the country ahead of their round 6 clash for St George Illawarra Dragons. This could see game time for young Leeds hooker Corey Johnson, and see him getting an opportunity with Leeming leaving the club. And it does provide more options for Leeds Rhinos going forward, despite the loss of Leeming. But for Leeming, his England dream and NRL dream are coming around a little bit quicker, I think, with this move to Gold Coast Titans possibly being the catalyst of that. Hopefully we will see Kruise playing rugby league first of all, no matter who it's with, as he's a talented player and a leader on the pitch. But for Leeds, it does mean a loss of a couple of players due to squads being lacking. First of all, Leeming's exit, and second, James Bentley has been suspended for 2 games. Bentley had filled in at dummy half when Jared O'Connor was taken off in the previous 2 games. Johnson, though, has just recovered from a back surgery and played in a Leeds dual registration partners game for Bradford Bulls over the weekend. Going to be interesting times for both the club and the departing player, but who knows? It'll be a positive for both. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking on that nice notification bell for any updates or new videos that may be coming your way in the near future. Tell me what your thoughts are on today's episode in the comment section below, as there's a lot to go through and I'm always open for discourse. Danny Levi's injury, lost teeth, that's a tough one. Broken jaw, yeah, I know, one of those. Kruise Leeming going to Gold Coast, possibly. That's the rumour. Let's see if it goes through and see if it's a positive for all involved. And also the rugby league events that the RFL are bringing up to engage fans into respect for officials, referees, volunteers. It's a good thing. Good start. Wish soccer would do something like that. Then the world might be a little bit better. Well, I will stop rambling now. I will say thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide. And I wish you all the best. Please stay safe. I'll see you in the next episode.